Guys, welcome back to the Agoge Show. We're talking about you. Well, majority of you. I'm Nick Kumalatzos. I'm joined by my co-host Byron Ovenstone and Josh Honsberger with the Agoge. And today we're talking about fitness over 40 and kind of dispelling some myths and some limiting beliefs of being fit post 40 years old. And while Byron is the only one under 40, I was asking him right before the thing, like, well, he goes, well, I'm not over 40. I'm like, well, how many people have you coached that are over 40?
I said all of them.
Everyone. Yeah.
Every person over 40, I coached you. Yeah. Or I coached a coach. You're welcome.
Yeah, you coached your kid. Right. I'm not going to get into that. But
I'm hostile about that one. Let's not go that route. Start fighting people.
But like, how many people that are under 40 that you've coached? Just a handful.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when I was like in my sporting days, I coached a lot of kids.
Sure.
Like that.
But I'm talking
like
about
fitness
this space.
And nutrition.
Yeah, this space.
Our demographic is 40 to 60.
Yeah.
Successful business owners who just want more out of life.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, I make a lot of money. I'm successful on a lot of fronts, but now, like we keep talking about this, I want to build wealth.
Yeah.
Like I want it all.
And what does that mean?
Right. And how do I attain that all?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, cool, you make money, but like if your wife and kids don't know who you are when you walk through the door, that's a big gaping hole in your entire plan.
Josh and I talked about this. We were talking about, so great, you've dedicated all this time to building your business and doing this thing, and you're walking the long walk, right? And you get to the finish line of this long walk, and you cross it by yourself.
And no one fucking there.
There's no one there.
Or if they're there, they just want your money.
And they don't even care.
No.
Zero fucks.
Zero fucks.
I couldn't imagine that. Or like on your deathbed, dude, and there's like one person at your funeral. That shit would eat me alive. I mean, I'm already dead, but like, fuck. Terrible. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's not the way to live. Like when it's time to call it quits and I reach the finish line, like I want my crew there.
I want a
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a party.
We're
celebrating.
It's a big event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reality is this, and I think that a lot of people, I think we talked about this on another podcast, how they think that, I think you said it, that it's just not for them.
Yeah.
Like at whatever the level is, whatever the thing is, it's just like, well, it's not, I tried it and it just doesn't work and maybe I'm just too old. And so like Kirk said it to me, like we were talking about it and I was telling him about some struggles I was having and it like kind of blew his mind. Just some internal dialogue. And Kirk's been a friend and mentor for almost a decade. You know what he told me? He goes, the fact that you're saying this blows my mind because sometimes I look at you and I go, your fitness at your age, what you do in your training, what you do with your business and your life seems unattainable for me. And he's about to be 60.
Yeah.
And he's like, so it looks cool. I want it. But it looks so far, it's like so far away from where I currently am that it seems unrealistic and unattainable. And I was like, what, dude? Like, in my mind, like we talked about before, like you said it.
Like, he's not willing to put in the work to try?
Well, no, like we're all human.
Yeah, dude, I bleed red when I bleed.
Yeah, like have the same struggles, have the same problems, have the same, dealing with the same limiting beliefs, but we've done the work. Yeah. We've done the work.
For the longest time, I convinced myself I didn't need to though. For the longest time, I was the guy that said I don't have to have abs.
Because you had what? Money.
Yeah. Or because I justified it with whatever. Bro, I got a fucking supercar. What do I need abs for? A fucking supercar. Fuck you. And then all of a sudden it's like, actually, hold up, it's deeper. It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't even respect the dude looking back in the mirror. I'm not proud of that guy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, you see a supercar with fucking blacked-out windows roll up, and then you see this lump of lard roll out, and he can barely get out. He literally rolls out like this fucking, I don't even know what, a seal. And it's like, okay, dude, not as impressive anymore. Mm-hmm. Versus now, what's wild is like, we'll go out, and I'll just be wearing like a pair of chinos and a black shirt with like a blazer, and everyone's like, oh, why'd you dress up so good? It's like, what do you mean I dressed up so good? I'm wearing the same thing you are, bro. I just look better because I have conditioning. Mm-hmm. So the shit just fits me better. It's not that I've dressed up for this event. I just look good in it.
Yeah.
Like if you just had some shape to you, like an upside down Dorito chip, you'd look this good too.
That's a good one. I'm going to use that. Like, we just got to turn your
In
Dorito
Dorito
chip
Dorito.
upside
You
down.
just fucked it up a little bit, but we'll
Yeah.
fix it for you. It's
Yeah.
fine. But that's the reality. It's like I don't dress any better than anyone. I mean, this is me 99% of the time. Sometimes I'll throw a pair of like jeans and a t-shirt on, or jeans and a button down, and everyone's like, "Ooh, what you getting dressed up for?"
So
I'm not dressed up.
So
dude.
listen, if you're over 40, here's the deal. It doesn't have to be. And you know what's crazy is people come out, like our tier 1 clients, or like we'll have Agoge members come out and work out with me here, and they're like they're expecting like this
Crazy, hellacious.
crazy
Yeah.
thrash.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna puke. And
Yeah,
I'm
like
be
this
sweating
like,
and like
special operations crazy workout, and I'm like, no, we're just gonna lift weights. It's like we're gonna play some music, we're gonna high five, we're gonna lift weights, have a good time, and we're gonna walk out of here and go get some food. That's the thing. So like when people start, they're like, I thought I was gonna just get destroyed. I'm like, no, dude, I do this, but I do it every day.
Right.
So it's like it's not crazy.
That's the cheat code.
Right. I just do this, but it's non-negotiable every single day, and then I eat single source ingredient foods. Like, people overcomplicate their food. Like, we've said it so many times, but if you just train 20 minutes to an hour, it's not crazy. 20 minutes to an hour every single day, and then you just eat below what you're calorically burning, which this is where like some education comes into play.
Sure.
And figure like you need to be in a little bit of a deficit, and it's really easy to do if you're eating like Josh does or like I do, you know what I mean, like meat, vegetables, fruit.
Dude, it's very hard to overeat single ingredients foods.
That's
Good
the
luck
point.
with that.
we were
Right.
talking about this the other day with steak. Like
Motherfucker, you put a bag of crisps in front of me or a bag of chips, whatever we call it, because we're in America now. But like, you put the family bag in front of me, I'll plow through that fucking bag and get another one.
there's
And
like
how
7
many
potatoes
calories
in there.
How many
But
calories is that?
takes, I don't know, like a lot. 1,800 calories probably per bag. If you do like the family bag.
Is
I don't
it
know.
really?
Probably.
Yeah. You know how many people sit down in front of a at night and they just start crunching away and they're like,
Eat-
oh, where did the bag go?
I can't believe I'm
Eat,
so fat. I can.
Eat steak and asparagus for 2,000 calories and see how much you have to
Good
eat.
luck. Good fucking luck. You'll explode before you
This
finish.
is coming from people who love
eat-
steak.
Who
Yeah.
loves steak and
That I cook
asparagus?
every
right?
day.
Eat baked potato.
Yeah.
I dare you to eat 7 baked potatoes. Good fucking luck,
Not
dude.
happening.
No
dude.
way.
Yeah.
So this is where it's like you just got to box smarter.
Your priorities have to change.
Correct.
Yeah, your priorities have to change, and then and then, it's a simple thing. It's like if we want, so just think about this in your life. You're post 40. You want to look better. You want to feel better. If our choices equal our outcomes, right? Because our choices, if you're overweight, if you're not healthy, those are all choices that you made.
Correct.
That equal the outcomes of your current outcome.
Agreed.
So if you want better outcomes, all we need to do is make better choices.
Make better choices.
100%.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Like when you cut away the fluff, it is that simple.
And people, I think they overcomplicate it. I think that they think there's just some sort of myth, like if I get on TRT, I'm gonna get shredded and jacked. If I
wish.
At this point, I don't even know all of the myths, but they look at me and they look at us and they go, that's unattainable. It's not realistic. It's because these guys were in special operations. It was, no, dude, I was in special operations. I got out and I turned into 240 pounds of 30% body fat. Like, doesn't mean that you're going to be successful and jacked and rip all the time. Like, I started making really poor choices.
Mm-hmm.
My poor choices created some really poor outcomes.
Right.
And then I had to reassess. I remember talking with Josh on the, many times, but like when you were in Hilo and, we were at, and I was like, I'm lost, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like,
But also, you're like, I don't know about, I can't speak on behalf of you, to be fair, but I can speak on behalf of me. My entire identity was tied to, I'm a sportsman.
oh, like professional athlete.
And now it's getting ripped away, and I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore.
yeah, it's the same
I'm
thing.
not this guy. Like, that was probably you. You
Yeah.
were a special
Same thing.
operations,
Same
special
thing.
forces, la,
So
la,
if
la.
I'm not a Raider
What
or
the
a
fuck
Force
am I?
Recon Marine, then
Who am I?
the hell am I?
Where
Yeah,
how the
right.
fuck do
I'm
I
me.
show up? Like, what?
this guy.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
I got to recreate this thing.
Right.
That's looking back at me in the mirror, and most people are too scared to start because
Yeah.
reality is, it's like looking at the Cheesecake Factory menu. There's too many choices. You can literally be whatever the fuck you want. You just have to make a choice,
Yeah.
and then reverse engineer. It is that simple. Like, if you want to be successful, find someone that's successful and reverse engineer what they did, and you will
And just
be
mirror
that
it.
guy.
Yeah.
You want abs? Find a dude that has abs and reverse engineer.
Yeah, what does he do?
Not an 18-year-old.
Not an
either.
18-year-old.
Let's
Yeah.
get that clear, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of 18-year-olds who are just ripped because they're fucking 18. But like, hey, I want a body like Nick. Cool, Nick's over 40. I'm over 40.
What's his routine?
What's
What does
his
he
play?
eat? What does he do?
How does he show up? What does he do in the morning? What does he do before bed? Like, how does he show up as a man? What is his business like? What's his stress? Okay, cool. Reverse engineer.
And here's what's crazy is like I feel like people really do think that we have this secret that we're holding back, like behind the scenes in the Agoge. They were like, well, if they're like, what do they say? Oh, if they really cared, they would just give the information away on the front end.
When are we gonna figure out the rest of it? I'm always like, the rest of what?
That's it.
I'm actually baffled by the question. I'm like, well,
what you get in the Agoge is we just do it for you. We help you with the plan.
Yeah.
You know, well, I mean, there's a lot of like tribal aspects and community, and there's a lot of networking, and there's mentorship, and there's a lot of stuff that we have. You know, you get a lot of one-on-one access. But, dude, we're giving away the cheat code.
I've said it forever. Like, consistency is key.
That's it.
And no matter what you're consistent at, it's going to be an outcome that you're going to produce with yourself. Right? So if you're consistent on doing all of those things over a long duration of time, like, you're going to better your life. It's not that hard.
Pick a training plan. Go buy a training plan off our website or anybody's website. I don't even give a shit what it is.
Right.
Like this point, like, pick a training plan.
They all work.
They all work. Yeah.
When people put money in it,
You pay to pay attention.
If you pay for it, there's an intrinsic value that you're getting that now you're applying yourself. But
Correct.
You pay for a training plan. Don't have to go to the Agoge. Don't sign up.
Yeah.
Don't need it. If you don't need it, you don't need it.
Sure.
Get a training plan. Eat below what you burn. Be in a deficit if you want to lose weight. And then eat single source ingredient foods. Eat single source ingredient foods. Do that for a year. Watch how your life has drastically changed.
You won't even recognize the dude in the mirror.
You know, when people say, though, like, oh, that just sounds boring. I'm like, if discipline,
Okay.
if being disciplined on what I do,
My life's
if that's
not boring.
boring to you, man, I don't understand, man. To me, it's
Boring.
it's
Why?
repetition,
Because you're not sitting on your ass eating fucking Cheetos? I don't understand.
No, I don't. Yeah, that whole concept baffles me.
What I eat isn't boring?
Like, dude, I've got to the points where, yeah, you could say I'm boring, but I've mastered the fucking plan. Like, it's got to the points where I've failed more times than most people have tried. So it's like, I know what works and what doesn't work.
So I'm consistent. I'm dependable. I'm reliable. You know that I'm going to do it no matter what because it has to be done.
Man of my word.
So if that's a bad thing, like that's a negative thing, or that's not fancy enough, I don't get it. Like, that's a staple of, a good human.
Everybody can do it. Not everybody will.
No.
True.
Because they want the spontaneity and they want the Instagram highlight reel that they see where it's like, I'm on a yacht today and I'm doing this tomorrow. Bro, no one lives that life.
Shiny object syndrome,
Like,
it's like a disco ball and a monkey. You're just waiting for the next thing.
But there's the secret, guys. You don't want to join the Agoge, totally fine. You don't need to. I just do what we just said.
Yeah.
If you do that and you're over 40, you're going to fucking win.
Go back to the episode where we talked about the 3 compound movements.
Yeah.
Listen to that fucking episode. Run that play. In a calorie deficit, you're welcome. We just coached you for free.
Yeah.
Now fucking do it. Or shut up.
Do it.
Yeah.
Now, if
Right.
you need if you're in a place to where you need accountability, you're looking for something more, you're busy. And listen, I have a coach. We all have coaches.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about my training. I don't want to think about my nutrition because what I think about is my business, my family.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2 things that I put my mental energy on. So my stuff I don't want to think about. So I get a coach and I just run the play that I say, these are my objectives. These are my goals. Tell me what to do. And I do exactly what they say.
Correct.
And I give 0 thought energy to it. And I just fucking run.
And then as questions arise, right,
Yeah.
and you move on to a next phase or a next level, or you get to
They adjust for it.
Yeah, they adjust for it,
Yeah.
and then you have the availability to ask us questions.
Right.
I mean, like to me, that's where a lot of it comes.
So,
into play.
and now if you're that guy, if you're a version of me, or one of these guys, well then, yeah, hit the link below and let's have a conversation, see if it's right for you. But other than that, if you don't want that, you don't have the money for it, well, we gave you the fucking secret.
Yeah, we gave you the free cheat code.
You have the free cheat code. And it really is that simple. And people are not going to believe it, but whatever. That's what it is.
I tell you what, run the play for 6 months properly to the best of your ability and prove us wrong.
Yeah.
Please do me that favor. Like, prove to me that we're wrong. And then I will literally make an episode publicly apologizing to you personally that I fucked you over.
Naming everything.
That I fucked you over and I'm a bad person and you should never hire me as a coach again. But I promise you now, if you run the play and you do it,
you won't
your
even
life will be in a
don't
lot
e-
better
and
state.
you won't even need me.
No.
That's the reality.
No,
Like,
you're
this
gonna,
episode is
no. This
all
was going to
you
happen.
fucking
They're going to
need.
go back. They're going to comment. They'll be like, Byron was right. Thank you for the information. Completely changed my life. Never going back.
They won't comment.
If they make it,
They won't.
I've had guys do it. I've had guys comment.
It's few and far between.
Few and far between.
I hope you're that guy.
Yeah.
If you win or lose, I hope you.
Because, like I said, everybody wants it, but very few are going to actually
Correct.
do it. Yeah. So, anyways, there's the play, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's easy and it's not. It's kind of a conundrum.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very easy, simple solution, not easy to implement, especially when you've got a long time of bad habits. But that's where the
And all the excuses under the sun.
Yeah,
we
that's-
all have the excuses of why we couldn't do it.
But that's where the
We'll make time.
Agoge 6-week challenge comes into play.
Correct.
That on ramp and things like that.
Implementing
So-
that is a lot easier than changing shit up every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a plan,
Yeah.
following a plan, actioning that plan is very fucking easy. Instead of not knowing what you're doing,
Yeah.
making random haphazard decisions, every day
Flying
or
by the
every
seat of your
moment.
pants.
That sounds
Yeah.
way more stressful,
Yeah.
right? And than to just run the play, as
Fucking
Byron says.
2 hours ago, this guy's phone was dinging him to drink his protein shake. Like that's how we live.
My children know
That's
now.
how we
They don't even
fucking
know what
live.
time of day it is.
Yeah.
It's roughly midday, and they hear my
The
alarm go
alarm
off, and
goes
they're
off,
all
they're
like,
like-
"Dad, protein shake." I'm like, "Okay."
It's that simple.
If that's what it takes, then that's what I still do.
Correct.
All right, guys. Click the link below if you need us. If not, run the play. I wish you much success.